Houston, getting ready, the formation you played, is that something that you feel comfortable playing on such a large pitch?
We didn't make a decision yet. Every games that you played, uh, you have different challenges, and this one, of course, the size of the field, the pace of the front players, the toughness of the back line. So we have to take everything into consideration and try to prepare the game as well as we can.
A couple of players said afterwards, though, that they felt it was positive to play in a different system and know a different system because teams are starting to figure you out.
Yeah, at the same time, what I like as well is to challenge the players. I think we know that we can play a 4-3-3, and in the last game that we played, we know that we can play with the 3-3-4, depending how you want to call it. But I think when I challenge the players, they are really up for it, and this is something that I will try to do a little bit more often.
How important is it to have players that are able to do that? Do you find your players have to be flexible in order to make that work?
Yeah, I think you have as well have to give credit to the staff. It's important that when you change the system to be really clear about what you want and what you expect from those players, and of course to have the players who have a better understanding about the game in general, make it a little bit more easy.
Well, two guys going to the World Cup, obviously, the Costa Rican Mata and Rodney. What, having been there, having played there, what kind of advice or have you given or would you give to those guys?
Just to enjoy it. I think they are dreaming since they're kids to play in the World Cup, and that will happen. And they have to take the maximum of it. The way they're going to prepare themselves, not have any regrets. Every time that you are on the field, try to give your best and see how far you can go. But you have to enjoy it because there's players who've been really lucky, who've been playing like for 3 World Cups. And for Mata and Rodney, I think this is the first one for them, and you don't know when will be the next one. So they have to take the maximum of it and enjoy it. And it's going to be good for us because going to the World Cup as well, they will come back a better player with a better experience, and that will be really good for us as a club.
For younger players, especially for Mata, it could be a springboard to something bigger and better too, if it works out.
We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, so what we want is Mata to go there and to show how good he is, to show to the world how good he is. The same for Rodney, and for us to say as well that we are proud to have 2 players who will compete against the best team in the world, and that is good.
How will the World Cup experience, you think, either help them develop as a player?
They will develop. I think when you're going to the field and knowing that you represent your country, you will play against the best of the best in the game where there's a lot of pressure, and all the country is watching, all the world is watching. So the way you prepare yourself, the way you're going on the field, the pressure is going to be there. So this kind of experience will give you more confidence. So this is good for us as a team when they will get back.
As a coach, what does it mean to have 1, let alone 2 players named to World Cup roster?
It's good. I think this is just showing the way that we scout the players, and I think that's give a lot of credit to the football club. We are proud. We are happy to have players going to the World Cup because they're going to represent the country, but at the same time they will represent us as a team, as a club, and we're looking forward to it.
Back to the 3-4 set, and the third center back having Alex Ring be there. What attributes does he have? And it's becoming a little bit of a trend where you see some center midfielders. Michael Bradley did this as well with Toronto. That certain players who are midfielders are now able to sit in that center back role. Is there something about that role that suits players like Alex?
Yeah, I think you need to be. Your tactical awareness has to be really good. You have to be really good on the play, understanding the game, because sometimes you can step up or sometimes just coming in between. I think it's just about the philosophy and the characteristic that you want, but Alex can definitely play that position because he's got the pace, he can defend, he's good on the ball, and he can step in and create the overload in the midfield. So that is a position that he can definitely play for us.
Was Maxime's fitness did that have any impact on why Alex started in that third center back position?
No, it's just because the choice wanted to have a midfielder between the two central back. I think that will allowed us to play a little bit fluid, a little bit better, but you know, we can as well at time play with the three proper central back, but that wasn't the game for it. And you know, every game's things can change.
And what do you look for out of the wingers in that set?
It's all depending against who you play and against the teams that you are facing and what do you want to take from that game. But you know what I wanted from Mata and Ishmael was plus Ishmael, then Mata is really to be a proper winger. I would say it is to be 90% as a winger and 10% as a left back. And in the other side with Mata, I wanted him to be a 60 as a winger and the 40 as a defender. So just to try to find the right balance. But it's depending. I think this game was just to have one as a proper winger and the other one who can do both. And that Mata used to do that with the national team. So this is a game that he understands.
And you can have the right wing be the 60% winger, 40%
Yeah,
back.
I think we have the characteristic of the players who allowed ourselves to do that because I can play Anton in one side and put Jesus or Rodney in the other side. So we have the flexibility and it's just about me trying to make the right choices.
Patrick, obviously, there's been a lot of talk. L'Equipe had an article about you going to Nice. Is there anything that you could say about that? Are there negotiations?
It makes me smile because, of course, there's no contract being signed or anything like that. That is a wrong information. And you know, I'm here, and like always, I'm really happy. I really enjoyed my work. I really enjoyed being part of this football club, and you know, I'm just focusing and concentrate about our next game. I think we are in a really good period. We are, you know, we're doing really well, and I don't want players, myself, my staff, or anybody in this football club to be how do you call it? Distracted by what's going on. My head, my focus, and my energy are here.
You all have played well at Yankee Stadium, but especially this season. What have been some of the keys to the success of the team playing at the stadium?
I think the success been, you know, we have a really good spirit, but I think players on the field been working well, working hard, and our togetherness, the way we close down people, the way that we make it really difficult for them, I think suit us really well when we play at home. Our record at home has been good so far, and you know, when we played, we want to put the opposition team under pressure, and we quite did it well at home so far.
Your head and your heart, you say, is here for now. How are you considering possibly making that to last, to stay?
No, but I think it's just about, you know, it's just like the players when we are preparing the game. Always telling them that the only thing that we can control is our performance. What we can control is the way that we can play, and then if we manage to do what we need to do well, we may gonna have more chance of winning the game. But there's some factor outside of the game that we can control. The referee's decision is one of them, and in that situation is the same for me. The things that I can control is being here, having my head, my energy to this football club, and then everything's going out is out of my hand. I can't control what's going on in France or what's going on in England or what's going on anywhere else. I have a fantastic relationship with the people in this football club. We've always been clear to each other, and for me this is the most important. And the other things, I let people do what they need to do and say what they need to say.
But the players just, you know, they're on social media. They're going to see all these reports. So do you make a point to address it?
No, I don't need to, because the point is about the commitment and my work ethic for this football club, the energy I have for this football club and for the players. the work still the same since the first day we are here, and it's not going to change. We have our meetings, we have our argument, nothing changed, and that is the things that I can control. The players are going to go to social media, they're going to do things, but when they come into training, they will see my commitment, my energy, and my desire to prepare the game, and this is the only things I can do. It's not point for me to talk to them because there's nothing to say.
Okay, all right.
Just last one, Patrick. I'm sorry. Just so we have it straight here. Are there any negotiations, whether it's yourself or a representative of yourself, with
No,
Nice?
and that I can tell you, there is no representing anybody going to talk to anybody here.
Okay, guys.